What's up, world? It's Mr. Goodwin, your host of Let's Talk Sex. Where's Mr. Goodwin? Be sure to tune in. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be sexy. We got a lot of great guests for you guys. Be sure to tune in every Saturday night. Let's Talk Sex. Where's Mr. Goodwin? You never know. I might be in your city next.
Where's Mr. Goodwin?
Said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show started. Today's guest is Rochelle. Rochelle, what's going on? How you doing?
Nothing. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you coming. You know what I'm saying? I came all the way from the other side of the country.
We came from the same side.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So, what do you do? Like, how you want me to introduce you? Like, we talked about that.
Well,
You do a lot.
yeah. What I don't do is probably shorter, but I have a couple of businesses.
So,
there,
what you know?
I'm a hair maven down there in the South in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If they want to find me, they'll find me.
Oh, but how can they find you?
Let's see. You can at Just Rochelle on Instagram.
Put a Just Michelle sign in the sky like Batman.
Yeah.
Like.
If you're looking for Google me, you'll find me.
Okay. All right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little snippet of how you can find her. But today is Damsel in Distress. Does size matter? So, Rochelle, that's a great question.
Does size matter?
As a woman, do you believe size matters?
Yes, it does.
In what ways, though?
It matters because, everyone likes to be pleased in different ways. And
Hold on, how do you know everybody likes to please? How many people you been with, girl?
No, not just me. I talk to a lot of women.
No, I'm just playing. You talk to a lot of women, so you go
talk
both
to
ways.
No, I talk to.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
yeah,
I only like women from the belly button up.
the belly button up. So you
Yeah.
like belly buttons.
No, I like titties.
So you like women from the
The
sternum
belly
up.
button up. I'm me and the belly button down. I'm down with men. I'll take men from the belly button down.
Okay.
But yeah, no, talking to a lot of men, a lot of women don't understand. Your cervix makes a big difference on size. How much room you have in there. If you have a bit more room, it might take a bit more to be pleasured.
I don't know. I'm not a woman, so
I know.
that sounds like a lot going on down
If
there.
they have shortened cervixes, some women can't take more than
Short
7
services.
inches. Yeah.
Oh, so y'all like men. Like some men dicks is little, some some is
And
big.
it completely
So that's how
women.
women's services are.
It's literally how you're made up in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whether
okay.
or not
so,
size matters.
So we had a talk earlier, right? Like
Yeah.
you was talking about like King Kong and like you liked the movie. It was ironic to you or something.
Yeah,
like,
I love
this
it.
episode.
It was ironic that you picked me.
This
because-
episode,
for
right?
This episode, yeah.
Right. You didn't have a clue that it was like King Kong based on like so.
Size matters, no, because I know I like to be in a powerless
And it's
situation.
right. So it wasn't really about the size. Like the King Kong thing is about most of the submissive.
Yeah,
Because he was submissive to her, and she was submissive to him.
Right. It was a conversation almost without talking.
Right. So it wasn't more so like you was on the ironic as in like size. It was more so the
Well, I
submissive
like
part.
bigger men. I love men bigger than me.
Bigger in what size? Like
Like
physically or his
physically.
dick?
That's to be determined because you can make up for it in other ways. If you're not too blessed there, you can.
So
make up
what if he's a big dude like in size like King Kong and the nigga shit is like
it can't. There are limits.
there's limits.
There are limits. Like you can't be micro in it, and we're gonna talk. No, but
I'm confused.
decent.
E, you get that?
Decent is good.
But do you get that, E? Like you could be big, but
Everybody got their preference.
Right, in physique, I like bigger guys. But I mean, if a big guy
and physique.
came,
So you don't like me?
No.
I'm not a big guy.
you are. You're tall.
Okay, so it's height.
It's height and size.
So size is like height and size, but then if the nigga got a little dick, then what? You're just
I mean,
disappointed, or
Yeah, a little bit.
is there a way he can make up for it?
Yeah, there are ways.
Because they never showed King Kong's meat. Pause.
They don't.
But they never did. So we don't know if King Kong was packing or not. He was just a
But
big...
it was more. He made her feel protected because
He did.
She relinquished control to him because he made her feel protected.
So that means she's just gonna go out and fuck with the next nigga because King Kong makes her feel protected, but the next nigga making her bust a nut.
I think.
Now I'm just playing.
There has to be a barometer on both because
Right.
obviously you want to be
Okay.
physically attracted.
Okay.
But you've got to
So
be
so how do you
pleasurable as
think? So how do you think? Right? Like let's say he didn't meet you in your size requirements, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are some other ways that he can possibly meet you on the same page where he can satisfy you in that way?
I mean, if he's hungry, you know, if he can eat well, we can talk.
What do you mean though? Like, what if he can't? Are you willing to like
If you can get
show
me an
him
orgasm,
or?
yes, you have to be willing to tell your partner what you like. You have to be. That's the only way.
So if you tell your partner what they like,
Mm-hmm.
and they go about it a different way, like how do you respond to that?
I'm fine with talking in the moment. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I like.
So what if they are
If
not
they
fine in that moment?
Well, then we're probably just not meant to.
But what if y'all was together for a minute, and that was something that just like spurred a moment? They found out it was new about you. Like, holy shit, my lady a freak.
Well, in my situation, it wouldn't be new. You probably know.
But why is that in your situation though? Like,
because I am open to having the conversation.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, like if we're gonna go there, we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Because I want to know, you know, where are you?
Right.
I want to talk about where I am.
Right.
And if we can meet in the middle, we can talk.
As it should be though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, as it should be.
So not only he's gonna look like King Kong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he looks like King Kong, and he's willing to meet you halfway, that's the type of relationship you like. That's the type of guy you're attracted to.
Yeah, I like a little bit of power. Power is sexy.
So do you like being in control, or do you like them?
I don't like being in control in the bedroom that much. I have a bit of control.
So
I like to take control at times.
Right, right.
But I enjoy.
So do you think more women are more into being controlled or in control, or vice versa?
See, I think it's situational, right?
The situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's situational. Now, I'm very forward in my sexuality. I'm fine with explaining to you what I enjoy.
What do you enjoy though? What, not what you enjoy, but like, what do you think most women enjoy? Like, what do you think a woman would enjoy? Like, regardless if the man can satisfy her in every aspect, or if he can't.
Honestly, I appreciate a man who is fine with having enough humility to learn what I like.
Why it gotta be humility though?
Because a lot of people are like, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna do what I know to do, and
That's just being stubborn
work,
though.
Okay.
That's not taking constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
So you want somebody
listen.
who can take constructive criticism, not humility. It's not humility. It's constructive criticism.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. So it's like you want somebody that could be like, yo, listen, this is what I like.
Yep.
You know, this how you should do it.
Yes.
You're doing it not this way, but you could do. All right, I did.
Okay.
And then,
but having a conversation, and then
so you gonna turn
like,
the nigga into King Kong?
Yes. Yes.
So if he's not King Kong already, and you're attracted to him,
I'm probably not gonna be interested as much.
But I dig it though. But what if he's not like it, but you can turn him into it? He's willing to take constructive criticism.
It has to be in between. You know, it has to be you willing to listen and me willing. We have to be able to talk.
Right.
If we can't converse,
okay,
then we probably can't go there, because sex is a conversation in itself.
Right. Exactly. Hey, oh my, top. That was so fucking efficient in itself.
Yes, it is.
That was so dope. I've never heard that before, but that is absolutely right. I had posted a meme one day, right, on my stories on IG, right, and you can follow me at Mr.Goodwin 128 on IG. It's content, up to dates, everything. So I posted something, right. It's this dope picture, and it was like, you know, it was like water paint, but it was like a form of like a lady and a man, you know, having sex. So it was like, yo, is it art or is it war? So like, is art war, or is it like
because
art?
Art is a conversation.
Like, right, art is a conversation.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
It's like, what do you see?
And it makes sense, because it's like, you could talk to somebody physically, right? And you'd be like, oh, the conversation is this and that, but then sex is like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, I'm
E, you think I'm lying? How do you think about that, E?
About what exactly?
Like sex being a conversation. Like, it's different. Like, you can have a conversation.
Well, I
with
say
someone.
this, for guys, it's different because we don't talk about sex. We talk about a bunch of other shit. Women talk about sex.
But
90.
right, you just said it though. Like, why men can't talk about it as far as much as women do?
To women in a relationship, why we can't talk to women in a relationship about sex like that?
Nah, just like men talking about it. How women talk about it, like openly.
Guys talking about sex is amongst each other is like almost like we do it on the surface level. Like, we tell them what we did already versus what we like to do or whatever. Like, we might like exaggerate or play around with what we do, It's for fun. It's like a joke to us. It's like a game to us. Like sex is like
women,
a
you think
play.
women look like it?
like
I don't look at it like that. Everyone teaches
Women
own.
think
You know what I'm saying?
Sex is like a sport. Like
You
that's
think
like
so?
A sport more for women. Like it's like
What do you mean a sport?
Like I don't know. Like I feel like sex, first of all, is like a way of life. It's more of a way of life for y'all. Like we're not centered around sex. It's just like an asset. Women, sex is like a core.
That's something.
like a
Yo, you know
core
what? Me and you gonna have a
moral
talk.
value.
Check it out.
that
Me
they
and you.
must-
It's
Listen,
only because in
E.
those moments it's vulnerability.
It's not vulnerability. It is
I'm
vulnerability.
No,
it is
she
vulnerability.
she
It
get
is
her
vulnerability.
piece, though. What did you just say? Say that again.
It's vulnerability.
Yeah. Can you lighten us what you mean by that?
It's a moment of relinquishing power a lot of times for women.
Like yeah.
Like right, like that's like why you
Okay,
feel
so
like
let's talk about on a base level. Like you're about to enter me. You're gonna enter
You're
me.
physically entering.
You know
into
what I'm
another
saying?
human.
absolutely
And so with that being
those
said,
energies and
yeah, like it's not like no little baby stuff.
absolutely.
You know, so that's why I always say sex is a conversation, because in that moment I'm relinquishing myself to you, which is the reason why I'm in the powerless category. I like to relinquish my power in that moment.
But women are still in power, yo. You might not.
That is the power.
Women really give men.
That's their
Women
ultimate
make
power.
men feel like
Yes.
you're in power.
Now, my parents.
But
were
when a
marriage
man
counselors.
can
they
understand
said, never diminish
that-
a man's ego.
Correct.
And I want you to take all.
But
of
you want
that
me to tell you
ego.
something that my mother told me?
What?
A woman can never measure arms with a man.
What does that mean, though?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
I can't spoil that for you. I can't tell y'all that. Y'all gonna be sitting there at home
I never
like,
wanna be
what does
equal
that
to one.
mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never want to be equal.
It's not necessarily meaning of being equal. It's
Yeah.
nothing about being equal. It's a different logic to it. So, I'll explain it in the future, but right now, that's something everybody could ponder on at home.
Oh, okay.
And that's another word that, my older brother says a lot. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Hartford, Connecticut. At the end of the day, like, that's something like giving that power to a man. Like, I feel like, honestly, like, women always have power when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, they give that man that image of having that power. But at the same time, like, a man do have power, because if a man can make a woman come, that's the fucking, because women, I ain't gonna hold you, yo, like, y'all are hard to satisfy, man. Y'all could be in a mood.
I think it's more so a woman knowing what it takes for her to be satisfied.
Absolutely.
I'm very sapient.
Yeah. Like, a woman knows her body. You know what I'm saying?
Not all women.
Men know their body too, but
Not
it's
all
like,
women know their body.
nah, they don't. But
No.
that's why they got to be open more about the
I
sex.
know a 36-year-old.
I think people that's
woman
not
who
open
I've been
about
trying
sex
to help
is like
have
that.
an orgasm for 5 years.
You've been trying to what?
I've been trying to help her have an orgasm.
How you been
for
trying to
5
help
years.
her?
Helping her, maneuver through, figure out.
So hold on. Matter of fact, talking about that, not to get off subject, but you said you teach fellatio classes?
Yes.
So what actually is a fellatio class? Like, you teach women how to suck dick?
Yeah, I teach them how to pleasure their male partner.
What?
Yeah.
So how does the classes go? Like, when the class start, or like, is women nervous? Like, do they
All the
feel
time.
word?
Well, usually it's a part. Have you ever heard of little bedroom parties or slumber parties?
No,
where they
I
have-
haven't.
So they'll come in, and it's usually someone who sells like sex toys or something
Okay.
like that. And I'm in the midst of the party, so I'll bring different dildos, different sizes, different colors. I'll let them choose what it is that whichever one they would like to learn on. And the first thing we start talking about is how communication is key. You don't have a good gag reflex, okay, that's fine. You're nervous, you don't know what to do, you've never sucked one, okay, that's fine. And we go through how to apply condoms with your mouth.
So
to make it a little more
communicating,
sensual.
communication is key. I don't mean to cut you off.
Communication
I'm
is
sorry.
first.
So you mean communication as in like letting their partners know, like, yo, my gag reflex ain't like that.
Right.
So go
I'm
back to
probably
Becky.
not-
Like,
I'm
go
probably
see
not
Becky
gonna-
for that shit. Like, get
No,
that Becky.
don't go see Becky. I got tips and tricks, but
Okay.
All
All right. That's what I was getting to. Like, that's what I'm getting to. Like, communication is key. So it's like, if you tell your partner, like, yo, I can't gag.
Right.
You
Because
know,
the last thing
now
you
he
want
might
is
think
for
like,
someone to regurgitate.
right. Like,
So
now he
there are
might
tips
think
and
like,
tricks.
damn, my lady can't fucking take us to the back of her throat.
No,
So you
there
got
are ways
tricks.
to simulate that.
No way.
To where-
So
to
tell
where
me
you don't have
more.
to.
Tell me more.
If you don't have a good gag reflex, you just kind of take your throat and your tongue and close it off, and use your hand to simulate the rest of your mouth But you do come.
Not me.
Not
You saying like you. I'm like, hold on.
use her
There we
hand,
go.
not you. But
Pause.
you use your hand. Yeah, use your hand to simulate the rest of your mouth. Because if you interject hands.
So that helps. So all right. So let me get this clear, right? So the women put their tongue.
Yeah, put the back of your tongue to the roof of your mouth to close it off. Because that's really what you're looking for. Y'all, you want to hit the bottom,
right?
Quote unquote.
Right.
So we recreate one by closing off your throat, so then they don't go to the back of your throat. And use your hand, because I mean, what's that? A good 4 inches you got right there, you know. And if you use your hand and enough saliva, you're good.
Ladies, you hear that?
Yeah.
So if your man is wanting deep throat,
yeah, you can simulate.
y'all could watch this episode and rewind that one clip
over
and over.
This motion here. This is.
So while her tongue is at the roof of her mouth,
yes,
that's the type of motion.
Close off the back. Yeah, close off the back of your throat with your tongue. Mm-hmm.
And
so you don't have
that's
to go
one
back.
trick.
Yeah, that's one.
You know more tricks than that.
Just a few more.
So you want to give like at least 2 more for the audience, because there's some ladies that might want to, you know.
Let's see. Don't leave the balls out of the situation. They are present. Hold them.
So hold the balls. Don't ignore the balls.
Don't
ladies.
ignore them. If you don't want to lick them, that's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to lick them, but at least give them attention with your hands.
Right.
And if I had to say one more, possibly involve the rest of his body. It's not just sucking dick. Just
Right.
touch.
Well, what other parts of the body like?
Nipples are usually a hot spot.
Interesting. So is there other parts of the inside of the vagina that a man can probably?
Majora, which is the inside, because some women have different looking vaginas. Have you heard of beef curtains? There's some women who have their majority.
Hold on, time
Majora sticks
hold on. You said what?
Beef curtains.
Beef curtains. Hold on.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Because I was reading up one day, like a woman's clitoris, like a man. She was supposed to be a boy, but
no, vice versa.
be like a little dick.
No. Everyone starts out as a female. Then.
Yeah, that's fuck that.
No, you do. You start as a female, and then the chromosomes.
I was all man chromosome.
Where's Mr. Goodwin?